Hello everybody, hope you're all having a great time. Today we have a pro player from Merican esports team, Headshotz, going perfect in High Legends with Fireball, Rocket Loons. You can see both days perfect, and here I'm just showing the end of the day where he reset at in Legends, and he reset at 5th Global. So let's get into it. And we will be playing the game Where is Headshotz Going to Fireball? Going to see how many times out of 8 replays that we can get the fireball location correct. So if you're going to play along, make sure to let me know how you did in the comments. I'm hoping to go at least 5 of 8. Alright, so I'm just checking, scanning the space here, trying to figure out where he's going to fireball. And he, a lot of times, likes to go after the clan castle and fire spitters. So here we have a little infograph showing the exact reach of the fireball for 2x2, 3x3, and 4x4 buildings. Notice the pink tile. This pink tile is the reference point. I like to count from the reference point down and away from the center. So for the 2x2, down 5, right 3. For the 3x3, down 5, right 1. And for the 4x4, down 4, right 2. And then you also have the diagonal tiles, which is 4 for the 2x2 and 3 for the remaining 2. Alternatively, you can download this test space that I will include in the description. Here we have testing for 2x2, and then you just use a fireball with 3 EQs. Here's a 3x3 fireball, 3 EQs on the walls, and what you're doing is you're eliminating walls and then just counting the tiles between where the building was and the remaining wall. Here again for a 4x4, the town hall, and this is a very quick way to reference the range of your fireball for war attacks. So excellent base to have. Alright, back into it. What building is he going to fireball? I am going to guess the Crusher Mortar just behind the Monolith, and I am completely wrong. He's coming over here from the bottom right. He's got the Angry Jelly, so he can target and eliminate defenses, so he can spend less invisibility spells. Looks like it's going to be this scatter shot. That way he can eliminate this Rage Tower, get the Expo, get the Fire Spitter, and also get that multi-gear tower. Angry Jelly still targeting defenses. With the Angry Jelly, a lot of times you want to wait for the Angry Jelly effect to wear off, the only targeting defense effect to wear off, and this way your Warden stays outside, concentrating on these little trash buildings, and he won't surge into the middle and get killed. So what he did is he made invis, and then he dropped some EQs so that the builder huts cannot repair his intended defenses, and then he fireballs. Eliminates that entire core, just one scatter shot remaining in the core section. So now he's got a nice channel for his Warden to work to the right, and a nice channel for his BK and AQ to work towards the Town Hall. Drops in an Ice Golem, help distract this single target Inferno, and stall up the enemy minion Prince. And with that one Ice Golem, he's now able to get through that section and push into the Town Hall without using any spells. So now he has the spells left over for his Warden. And notice he cleared the bomb tower to the left so that his BK and AQ would path in to the Town Hall. Got a Baby Drag further funneling the BK in, and he wants his BK in, so the BK can do just that. Use the EQ boots to open up the core to allow his AQ more access. The AQ has the Magic Mirror and the Giant Giant. The Giant Giant, when his health goes down, he will rage and beat through walls. And it's important to note that with the upcoming nerf to walls, the Giant Giant will be even stronger in the core, busting through those walls and opening up space for your Archer Queen. So now he's targeting this multi-Inferno Tower with some Rocket Loons. Alright, so Warden, Rocket Loon, Fireball in a nutshell. Create pathing with your Fireball, so that your Warden can go to one side of the funnel created and your BK and AQ can go to the other side. Use some Druids on your AQ, keep her alive and healthy, AQ ability in the core, Giant Giant to distract, beat through walls, and then just keep everything alive. Alright, so here we go again. Base 2, Fire Spitters, nowhere close to the clan castle. So he needs to create pathing to get his BK and AQ on one side and his Warden on the other. And notice that monolith right there. The monolith is right in the center of this bottom right compartment. So if he were to eliminate that, he would create excellent pathing for his Warden to either go to the right. Looks like Warden would go to the right side of it, and his BK and AQ work on the left side. So I'm going to say he's going for this Monolith. And if he does go for the Monolith, he's going to have to be careful. He did go for the Monolith. He's going to have to be careful because now the Warden is pushing up towards another defense. A lot of times, if you use the Fireball, eliminate some defenses, and you still have the Angry Jelly effect, the Warden will push up. So if you're going to Fireball early, make sure to have an Invisibility spell ready, just to protect and keep your Warden alive. Now his Warden's encountering an enemy hero. Angry Jelly effect is worn off. Warden is far enough to the right. He doesn't have to worry about the Warden coming back towards his BK and AQ. Sending in some Rocket Loons here at the bottom left to create pathing for his BK and AQ. They're going to come in from 6. Got the Ice Golem out in front. Ice Golem will help distract this Ricochet Cannon and this Expo. Warden working up towards the top, and Warden is in behind the Fire Spitter. Notice the Warden is in behind the Fire Spitter at the top right, and the BK and the AQ are coming in behind the Fire Spitter at the bottom left. Always important to come in from behind Fire Spitters. Uses BK ability, opens up some walls for the AQ. BK got pulled out by an unfortunate rotation of an enemy hero. That happens sometimes. The enemy hero will jump into a wall compartment, and there's really nothing you can do. You just have to go with it. So now AQ ability, and since the AQ cannot reach the Town Hall, he's sending RC in from the bottom right to secure the Town Hall. Drops a poison over top of the clan castle to eliminate the furnaces. Furnaces are absolutely horrible for any kind of AQ charge or Warden Charge attack strategy, because you have to make sure that your healers are in behind your heroes, safe from the fire mites from the furnaces. It only takes one fire mite to kill all of your healers, and then you cannot charge anymore. So I was just sending in the event troops, really no need for them. Swags one spell, base is absolutely wrecked. And notice it's the Dark Days scenery. Dark Days scenery is tough to see. Not as tough as the first base, the orange chest base. Alright, so back to attack 3. Nice green scenery, easy to tell what's going on. And this base has the clan castle right next to the town hall. There's a multi-gear tower right next to the clan castle, and then he could get the inferno towers. I'm guessing he's going for the multi-gear tower. Warden in from that side. Going to be encountering an Expo, but he should be able to get the Expo and yeah, the multi-inferno tower and the clan castle and even the crusher mortar with this fireball. Invisibility spell to keep the Warden safe. Pop's ability gets the multi-gear tower, multi-inferno, Expo, and the clan castle, all except for one Ice Golem. And that's important because now, without having to deal with enemy CC, he has more time to maneuver. He will not be as crunched for time in his attack now. Warden is dealing with a lot of defenses, was able to deal with that Ricochet Cannon, and notice the 4 balloons to pull his Warden in behind this Fire Spitter. That is an absolutely pro move to do. Knowing where the Fire Spitter is, knowing where your Warden pathing should go, because you do not want your Warden to go frontwards into a Fire Spitter, because the Fire Spitter will pick off all of your healers. This strategy is all about pathing and keeping your healers alive, so that your hero dives can keep on getting as much value as possible. So you always want to come in from behind Fire Spitters. So now he's got his BK, AQ working in from the top right. Again, they're also coming in from behind a Fire Spitter. Raging the Warden down here, bottom right. Encountering a lot of damage right now. Going to be encountering an enemy hero too, so he drops this skeleton spell to distract everything. BK pushes up close enough where he can open up the walls to the town hall for the AQ. Got the Druids in on the AQ, keeping her healthy, creating some pathing with the Rocket Loons. And that's the beautiful thing about this strategy. It is all about control, and if you plan well and you have a lot of control, you can absolutely make everything go exactly how you want it to go. Whereas some other strats are a little bit left to chance at the end of the raid, this attack strategy, you can basically, you're in the driver's seat the entire raid. So now just cleaning up, 3 spell swag. Notice in behind the Fire Spitters. And the 3 spell swag, a lot of that's made possible because of the clan castle going down early. Alright, box base, clan castle in the core. My guess is he's going to go for one of these multi-infernos next to the fire spitters, next to the clan castle. And then that would alleviate some of this inner core damage so that he could get better pathing. Alright, so he's sending rocket loons bottom right corner, and that's to help path his warden into the section that he wants the warden to go. Got this multi-inferno highlighted. Warden rage because he's going to encounter a lot of defense, and he's going to encounter some rage defenses here pretty shortly. Able to sneak in some rocket loons to take out this expo, help alleviate some damage on his warden. And he's going to be waiting, my guess is he's going to be waiting for this angry jelly effect to wear off just before he pops the fireball. He's going to be encountering the enemy AQ. Going to get rid of this fire spitter. And now just one invisibility spell, he can target that multi-inferno tower and take out a lot of these core defenses. And now a huge path for his warden to work one direction, and his BK and Archer Queen to work another direction. And now with that core section eliminated, he's got this nice thin strip of defenses here at 6 to 3. And now his AQ can reach all of them, except for that ricochet cannon, so he'll have to be careful for that. But he sends in his AQ, sending in siege barracks from 3 o'clock to cut off her pathing so that she can work in towards this top right compartment where the other rage tower is. And notice he's also going to be coming in from behind the fire spitter again, sending in his ice golem. Ice golem is trying to be timed so that it can sneak in and distract this ricochet cannon. Warden is still healthy over here at the left. Had to encounter the monolith, but that's gone now. He's just fine. Uses BK, open up some walls. Got the Druids on the AQ. AQ should be joining the BK here shortly. Paying attention to the Warden over here on the left. Drops an invis. Warden goes down. However, that's just fine. A lot of defenses have been eliminated. And that is the thing about when you place an invis on the Warden. A lot of times I think when I place an invis that means that the incoming damage, the incoming shots are no longer going to target. But if the shot targets before you drop the invis, it will still target the Warden. So now he's sending in the RC to help take out the Town Hall. Using the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear. Drops an invis on the RC. Lets the RC finish off the Town Hall. And gonna swag a spell. Alright, base 5. This base looks a lot similar to base 3, as the multi-gear tower is really close to the clan castle. I'm guessing he's going to fireball the multi-gear tower again. Coming in with some rocket loons, and the rocket loons are great for taking out some defenses around your warden so that the warden can use the angry jelly to push in and focus on the defenses you really want to get rid of. It's also good for creating pathing because the warden will go to the closest defense, so if you want him to go a certain direction, you can use rocket loons to take out and clip some of the defenses before he gets there. So, right on the money. Multi-gear tower takes out an expo, takes out a scatter shot, takes out the clan castle. Now he doesn't have to deal with all the time wasted burning through the ice golems. Sends in some archers to funnel, and again, this is the best thing about the strat. You are in the driver's seat the entire time. So creates an initial funnel with the warden. Now the warden's working over here to the right, and he'll be sending in his BK and AQ over here at the left. Drops in the ice golem, and he sends the ice golem in early because he does not want this ricochet cannon to target his AQ and kill the unicorn. Notice how it's hitting the unicorn right now? That ice golem exploded, popped a little bit farther away from the ricochet cannon. That was supposed to pop and freeze up the ricochet cannon so that the pony had all of her health. Druids are now in, healing up everything. BK is working into a section of the base, and his job is to push in close enough that he can open up all the walls to the town hall as he just did. Encountering some fire spitter damage. AQ to ability, now has Giant out in front tanking. One of the clones working on the town hall. Warden also working on the town hall. Coming in at this remaining compartment. Poison tower goes off. Got super minions coming out of his siege machine. RC sent in from the outside of the base, and this is because the RC does not have Electro Boots. Electro Boots allows you to one-shot skeleton traps, and the last thing you want is your RC with a rocket spear using all of her deep rocket spear shots to kill skeletons. Drops a invis on his RC, finishing off the base. Just this one building left. And 3-star. Alright, base 6. And this base has tons of fireball value right here by the clan castle compartment. Notice there's 2 ricochet cannons, both spell towers, 3 multi-target inferno towers. He's got 2 expos and the giga bomb all in the one compartment. So my guess is he's going for either this expo or the multi-inferno tower. Expo I think would be easiest to reach with the least spell investment. I'm going to go with this expo. Sent in some rock loons from the bottom left to eliminate some defenses to make sure that his warden pathed away, kept far enough away from the hook tower. The hook tower can ruin your warden fireball rock loon attack right away, so make sure to stay away from it. So now he's letting his warden work to the right. Hopefully eliminate some of these defenses in this bottom right compartment where the fire spitter and the enemy royal champion are. And then he should be able to invest 1 or 2 invisibility spells and target this expo. Takes out the royal champ, working on the fire spitter, goes invis, expo, and eliminates all that section of the base and gets the hook defense out of there. Hook defense is very problematic. You do not want to deal with that. Sends in this ice golem, help distract this multi-gear tower for his AQ. Unicorn on the AQ, letting the AQ heal up, and you really don't need Frosty on the AQ when you have an ice golem, because Frosty lasts about the same length as an ice golem. And this way, since the AQ is away from the warden, and the warden has all the healers, the AQ is getting free healing before you have to drop your druids in on the AQ. So definitely use the unicorn. Now he's got the BK out in front of the AQ, trying to distract this ricochet cannon, because the ricochet cannon's second shot is more damage than the first. And if the AQ is right behind the BK, she can go down pretty quick. But the AQ has nearly twice the hit points as the warden, so the AQ can actually take a lot more damage than the warden and be just fine. BK ability opens up these wall sections so that the AQ can push in towards the town hall. Warden still working over here at the right. Really not much base left. He just has this monolith to worry about and the enemy BK. AQ goes to ability. Magic Mirror, Giant out in front, sends in some headhunters for the enemy BK. Drops down a freeze spell on top of the town hall, and a lot of times you use your freeze in the town hall instead of invising separate troops, because the town hall has 4 shots and you want to maximize your spell usage. So by using a freeze, you do not have to use 2 invis, 1 for your warden, 1 for your AQ. You can just stop all the shots together. And 3-star. So here we have base 7. Fire spitters, top left, top right compartment. So my guess is he's either going to go for this ricochet or this multi-archer tower. That way he can deal with one of the fire spitters and then send his BK and AQ in behind the remaining fire spitter. So I'm going to go with this ricochet because ricochet is the biggest pain for a hero charge. Looks like I'm completely wrong. Looks like he's again going to go for this multi-gear tower next to the clan castle. Sends in some rocket loons to create some pathing. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for this multi-gear tower and take out the crusher mortar and the clan castle troops. Warden's about to deal with a lot of damage, so he drops an invisibility spell to keep the warden safe. About to have to deal with enemy BK. Gonna have to send in a headhunter to help slow him down. And notice there is the enemy archer queen just to the left of the BK, so the headhunter should go the direction of the AQ and not lure the clan castle troops. That is something else that you want to watch out for. So he hits the rage tower. Builder Hut manages to repair this clan castle before it goes down. But like I was saying before, if you are encountering an enemy hero and you send in a headhunter, there is the risk that the headhunter survives and runs close enough within range to the clan castle and lures the troops for your warden to deal with. So if you can just drop a rage on your warden or an invis to keep the warden alive and deal with the enemy hero without dropping a headhunter to lure the clan castle, that is also a very positive method to go. Takes out the multi-Inferno Tower with the Warden in behind this Fire Spitter. And this is going to be quite the hero dive with the BK and the Archer Queen. Ice Golem has this Ricochet Cannon stalled up. He's trying to sneak in some Headhunters for this Minion Prince. However, with all these multi-targeting defenses right next to the Minion Prince, the Headhunters were quickly wiped out. So now he's sending in some Rock Loons to further help the BK. He's got Fire Mites coming out of a Furnace right next to the Clan Castle, slowing up his AQ. AQ's to ability already. And this is going to be quite the recovery. Notice how much of a pain it is to go into Fire Spitters. So he drops down a freeze on this multi-Inferno Tower and the Fire Spitter. AQ's working up to take out the Fire Spitter. Warden is in behind the Town Hall. Warden is now targeting the Town Hall. Drops in the RC from the top and 2 spell swag. So that is quite a recovery. I don't even know if you would call that a recovery. Because yeah, the strat is all about remaining in the driver's seat throughout the entire raid. And that's what makes it so thrilling. So look at this base. Again, stacked core. So my guess is he's coming in and he wants to take out this multi-Inferno Tower that I have highlighted. And that would give him basically all of the buildings in the core. Sending in a big investment of Rocket Loons right off the bat. And a Hog Rider so that he can test for traps for the Flame Flinger. Got his Warden working from the other side. Skeleton Spell down in front of this Ricochet Cannon to distract the Ricochet Cannon from targeting his Warden. Drops a Rage on his Warden. Warden taking a lot of defensive damage. And also the Rage is going to allow him to burn through these defenses faster under his Angry Jelly ability to eliminate more defenses so he can invest less invisibility spells between where his Warden is and where he wants his Fireball to go. So it kind of looks like he's going to Fireball this Fire Spitter that's facing him. Fire Spitter down, most of that core eliminated, and the Rage Spell Tower will be nowhere in effect when his other heroes come in to deal with it. So notice he used the 20 housing space of Loons to lure his Warden towards the enemy Town Hall. Now his BK and AQ can come in from 6 o'clock and work in towards the center compartment. Notice this hook tower towards the outside. He's able to target that with his Rocket Loons so he doesn't have to deal with it. BK ability opens up pathing for the AQ to the core. Another Rage on the Warden to deal with the enemy Town Hall. Town Hall's about to go down. Got super minions out of the Flame Flinger. He basically just has to send the RC in from the right corner and the space is already done. AQ still has ability. Baby Drag working on some trash to help keep the AQ towards the core so that when the AQ does go to ability, she will be targeting tough, hard to reach core defenses instead of easy to reach trash buildings on the outside. So RC is coming in at the right corner, going to deal with this Ricochet Cannon. RC still has ability. Drops 2 invisibility spells, 1 for each of his lady heroes. Uses Seeking Shield, eliminates some of the last defenses, cleaning up trash with the Rocket Spear now. So yeah, didn't even need RC ability. Want to give a big thanks to Headshotz for sharing his attack strategy and his Legend League hits, and if you want more of these attacks, make sure to let me know in the comments. Thanks, bye.